Insert most epic intro you have ever seen.
And slander.
Okay,
And
so basically, you're gonna be like, oh my god, guys, what is that title? What do you mean? N is Scrankly Screambo. He is so cool. But me and Ash have epic proof that N is stinky and a bad person.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can confirm that.
We're gonna explain it by over analyzing every single episode.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yippee!
Oh god, upbeat music.
Upbeat music.
High V smash. Sorry.
Ew.
Ew.
Yeah,
I don't hate N. I don't hate him. Ash probably does, but I don't hate N. He's just like, he's kind of an asshole.
Tolerate him. If he gets better in episode 5, then I might like him.
Yeah, but I
for
think
now,
we're gonna get the
he's really
past.
irritating.
We're gonna get the past version of N. I think. Whoa. Okay, so first off, slandering N time.
Look,
Bro is enjoying himself, and basically he murders the workers just the same way that V does, except V's just a bit more violent. So you can't go like at us and like, oh my god, stop, because V is scary, she murders the workers. Like, N was basically smiling. N was enjoying himself this whole fight. Like, he's smiling the whole time while he's like trying to murder Uzi.
Exactly. He doesn't even care.
Yeah. And he's bad at it anyways. Yeah, go Uzi. Okay, no.
You lost either way. Like,
Yeah.
You're meant to win, not lose. You failed, bro. It's okay. She was just being silly. It's okay.
I mean, N basically does the same thing, and so does J. They all murder violently while probably smiling. Except we haven't really seen J. Only that one time when she was like trying to kill Uzi. But still, they all basically like enjoy themselves when they're killing people. So they can't use that. They can't use that against V because N does the same thing.
They're out hunting for a bit.
Most important thing,
Bro,
bitch, you don't act like it. You don't act like it.
Exactly.
You saying you have a crush on her, and like the only thing you did is like, I don't know, lick her and show her some hearts in the pilot, and then you like stop caring about her.
No, I actually kind of have a crush on her. What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, what was that? What do you mean?
Bro is just favoriting Uzi, and I hate that so much.
Exactly.
Cause like we love Uzi, but like she's a tiny like, a little bit is like her fault, the fact that she's there, but it's not really her fault. It's just Ed favoriting her for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like everyone's like, oh my god, guys, he's so cool. He's making funny beeping sounds. He's actually just like an asshole. I swear. Just the fandom only sees like his cute side or something. Like, oh my god, he's so cool. Okay, so anyways, one more thing.
And then when they show like they edit like his murder drone side, and then everyone like.
Yeah, but one thing, this right here,
oh my god.
Bro was enjoying himself, talking about that warm, sweet oil, using that against him as well. Because he's basically the same as a V and J, so you can't use the whole they murder people thing against them, because we're all the same.
Exactly. And that's literally their job.
Yeah.
Yeah, people be like, she can't do that because she murder, no.
Yeah, but like, oh my god, guys, N is so cool and he's so nice and he doesn't murder people, and V is murdering everyone, so she's bad. And like, no, N does the same thing and he laughs as while doing it as well.
Bro was just really laughing and stuff while attacking Uzi.
Yeah, silly. Sorry.
Also, like when Uzi was like running back, I think he was also like laughing.
Yeah, he was. Like this whole part.
Yeah.
She's like all being scary, and Bro's like, ha ha ha! Bro's like, I'm gonna kill her after like spending some nice time with her. And like this whole part where he was just killing these workers. Yeah. He was just like laughing and smiling the whole time.
Literally.
Bro just doesn't care.
Exactly. And they're like, he's funny because he wanted to play with
You see, he's smiling the whole time!
Exactly.
He's just murdering random people.
Genocide and like literally slicing them open, and eating
and
oil
just like
from
drinking them and stuff.
Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, he's literally laughing. And also, what happened to I can't have you shooting V with that thing? What happened to that?
Exactly. What happened to loving her? What
Yeah.
happened, dude?
Like, bro favorited Uzi for what reason? Like, you could like Uzi and V at the same time. You don't have to favorite Uzi.
You don't have to. You don't have to. Like, how do I explain it? You don't have to make your entire world revolve around Uzi. Just
For
because
real, like,
you like her,
he brings her
favorite
up every 5 seconds. He can't
Literally.
stop talking about Uzi. And not even like, and we're not even saying this like,
girlfriend, bro.
yeah, like we're not even like involving like the ship NX Uzi in this. We're just generally talking about like friendship at the like at.
Yeah, obviously not in like the ship way. We're talking about like
yeah, just like their relationships in
how bad
general.
it is that N has
yeah, like even if we
like okay, that's fine.
Even if we like I don't know didn't ship NXV, we would still be saying the same stuff. Because it's just genuinely it's so bad. So look, he's enjoying himself.
Look,
bro finds this funny. Bro smiles at this.
Literally.
Bro's like, oh yeah, I'm murdering a child. Let's go.
Yeah, murdering someone I just spent time with.
Like, bro is genuinely enjoying himself.
Bro, like at least V wasn't drooling.
yeah.
Because V has class. She's amazing. We love V.
Yes, fat.
Even though she was literally just laughing while
she's so yay!
Okay.
She has the audacity to wink at N. Like, the thing they had before in the pilot was so, like, yay. Like, their relationship was so much, like, more better.
Literally, I want their pilot and, like, past selves back. They were so cute. What happened?
Yeah, look how silly they were. Like, they genuinely liked each other. And, like, now it feels just like N just, like, doesn't care. Okay. Because now it just feels like N doesn't care anymore, like, about V.
Exactly.
But, like, she still does.
Literally.
Anyways, like I was saying, we're gonna bring in... We're gonna add Lizzie into this whole thing, and it's gonna make sense later once we get to, like, episode 3 and 4. Because, like, she's also really important in this whole thing. Just explaining why N is just a bad person in general. Because, like, he was fine in the pilot, but, like, still. What happened to this? What happened to my...
What happened to that? Exactly.
Yeah! Like, bro
Literally,
went from, oh, bro, I can't shoot you, I love you too much, to, I just don't care that she's being murdered for, like, the 2nd time.
Literally. Bro gets, like, her arm cut off twice, and he's like, okay.
Uzi. Uzi. He's just like, no, Uzi.
What did I say about antagonizing her?
Yeah, okay, no, but out of all the quotes, like, out of all the quotes, the what did I say about antagonizing her and the what is wrong with you, I hate those so much. Like,
I hate their entire argument, to be fair. Like,
yeah,
mine is V, because V actually had a good point.
For
she
real.
was trying to do her job and defend herself.
But we'll get into more detail into that when, you know, after the thing.
Yeah, when we're at episode 4.
So, obviously, they genuinely, like, loved each other. They're like, so, yay, sorry.
Look at them. They had
so I hope we're gonna get stuff like this in episode 5, because we know that it's a flashback episode. You can tell, bro has the dreams.
He remembers it.
Yeah, he remembers it all. And he doesn't say anything, but then, like, he forces V to say it.
Literally, you remember it, you say stuff. Wait!
Yeah?
They were both, like, looking at their claws. Like, in episode 2, with the N literally just looks at his claws and is like, damn, bro. V does the exact same thing in episode 4.
Yeah, because they're like, oh my god, this is assembly drone. Because they're like, I feel like they're questioning their being.
Yeah, exactly. Like how N does it, like, are you afraid we have no idea what we even are?
Yeah, exactly.
And, like, obviously V doesn't want to talk about it, she's just like,
I feel like V knows more than N does, but we don't get to see it because we only get to see like N's flashbacks. So I feel like V knows way more.
Yeah. She definitely knows or like remembers a lot more.
Yeah, and it just sucks how N is trying to force it out of her. Like, stop.
Exactly. That's just gonna make her not want to say it even more if you're just forcing her to do it.
Yeah.
Like, it was cute at first when it was being like, what do you know? We can figure this out together.
You never did though. Like, you never said shit.
Like, you're finding mysteries and being over dramatic about it. Like,
yeah, how about you start talking then?
Talk about it.
Yeah, if you're trying to force her to say something, how about you start talking if you know something?
Literally.
Okay, now here, cute, epically flirting with V. That didn't age well.
Look at V's face.
Bro said rawr.
Whether V and everything.
Wait, look at N. He's only concerned about Uzi.
Literally, what about your girlfriend? She's chained up.
I mean, they probably did that on purpose, but like, that's saying something as well. You don't trust her enough that you're chaining her up. That's saying something.
Literally. No wonder she got mad and left.
And
V,
one thing, at the end of the episode, you know the chain was broken. She stayed anyways.
She moved it back.
But she stayed.
She didn't want N to be alone.
For real. And look at this. He's not questioning what V said at all. He's just moving Uzi away. And that's it.
And just death staring V.
V literally looks so annoyed. She like Uzi literally pushes him away. She doesn't give any sign of affection. She just says no.
Yeah.
Like bro's still fake. Like look at V. V's not having it.
He's not. She is done. Yeah.
But yeah, for the whole episode, N keeps asking Uzi like, "Oh my god, you good? Like, how about you ask V that for a change?"
Literally.
Like she keeps asking. Like she keeps telling him to stop asking.
Gradually more and more annoyed.
Yeah, like look at her. She doesn't
want you to keep asking.
Yeah, for real.
I say it.
Yeah, and here he is.
Anyway.
Yeah, Uzi asks how he like grows his head back, and he says, "I actively avoid unpacking how that works." Yeah, well, what about V
so
then?
You know, but you don't want to say.
Yeah, but he's saying
you know stuff, but you don't want to say it.
Yeah, but
no one's forcing you to do it. So why are you doing that to V?
Yeah, like right here, and it's saying that he wants to avoid how like that works, how they grow their heads back. Well, what about V then? You're gonna like force her to say it instead?
Exactly. If you can't own up to your own problems in your own past, then why should you make V do it?
Yeah, he even said he's very scared and also pretty frightened a little bit. Like wow. He was only thinking of like himself and Uzi. That's it.
Literally.
Yeah, Lizzie's in the next episode. She's gonna really like start getting involved in this stuff because like she's kind of important in this whole relationship thing involving Envy and Lizzie.
The way her expression kind of like softens.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Goes back to N.
Here's the thing. She's actually like caring about N at this point.
And he's just ignoring her. Like obviously, I get you're upset, but
like it's just like I get
it.
But it wasn't even that big of a deal. Uzi just said like, oh my god, what are your things, and just bye. But she went to find him anyways. It's not like like look how sad he is. No, hold on. You talk first.
She's like a teenager. And she just had to go through seeing a hologram of her mom, almost dying, watching someone that she thought was her dad die, so she would have been parentless. And of course she's going to get upset if that's a hologram thing of a disassembly drone, which is what N is. Of course she's going to get upset, and of course she's going to get traumatized from it. Like, just leave her to that.
Yeah, and one thing I'm going to say, like, the only thing that happened between them is obviously Uzi saw that stuff and she got a bit scared. She's like, bro, what are you things? And then that's it. But like, look how upset N is from that one thing that wasn't even an argument. He was so upset over that, but he didn't care at all when he had the argument with V.
For real?
Like, he's so upset over this, but like, the whole argument with V is like, oh yeah, oh well, I'm just gonna go with Uzi, bye.
For real? He's like, look after the campers, and he just leaves. Like, what are you doing?
You expecting her to look after the campers out of all people? Like, look at her! Look at her! She genuinely feels bad for him.
Literally.
Like, she doesn't even, she doesn't have to feel bad. It's not like she's done anything. She's just there.
Literally.
Hi, Uzi. And look.
Uzi, though,
and even, like, draws things for Uzi. He's like, oh my god, thank you for being my friend. Like, he only thinks of Uzi.
Literally.
One thing, he says, that's why you had me find these. It was, let's say that it was V's idea to find the, like, fancy suits and stuff.
Oh my god.
Like, she was like, oh my god, bro, go find some hot suits right now, baby G.
This for me, because I can't get up.
Bro's only referring to Uzi.
Literally.
No wonder she wanted to kill Uzi.
Fabulous.
Like, no wonder she wanted to kill Uzi. N was favoriting her from the first episode.
Literally.
You see? Like, bro's bringing that stuff up.
He knows, but he doesn't want to. Look, the way she just gets all up in her face about it too. She's like, I'm just wearing this guy.
She just pushes him away. She pushes him away like that was personal. Like, look at her. Bro doesn't like it. Bro's genuinely scared. Like, she's even looking at the mirror, which was the thing that Uzi broke with the Absolute Silver. Like, she knows what's going on. Like,
literally,
with the whole sin Absolute Silver stuff. She knows way more than N could ever know.
Literally.
And I know, like, a tiny...
Literally promising to him, too.
Yeah. she's not only thinking about like herself and how she's scared of the absolute silver stuff. She's thinking about like she said we, referring to both her and N, will only kill what we need to survive. Because she generally cares about their survival, because like, you know, they need to eat oil and stuff, otherwise they overheat and die.
For real. Like, at least she actually cares for N here too.
Yeah, and like,
kind of like, Uzi, I'm emo, because no Uzi and no
yeah, and how she like murdered like one person in episode 4. That wasn't like, obviously she was trying to help him or something, but like, not only that, but you know, killing one person, if they were kind of irrelevant, because I don't think any of the classmates really cared about that person, because like bro had no name anyways, and like, I mean, they do need to eat something to survive, because like, where are they gonna get the oil from?
Exactly.
What happened to this? What happened we can figure it out together? You never did.
They never figured it out together, because V didn't want to talk about it, which is fine.
For real.
And kept enforcing her to.
And as she should.
That was
and look at it, she literally cares about him because she does that hand symbol, and she says, even if you hate me for it.
I literally said that she's doing what's best for him.
For real.
Not herself, him.
Yeah, like, I get, like, she, like, I don't know, sliced his head off or whatever, but like, you know, it's not like she killed him, because she knows that they can regenerate and stuff, so that's not really that big of a deal. Yeah, obviously she didn't have like that sort of intention to kill him. She just wanted to just knock him out or something.
Yeah. Uzi.
Silly
and the way all he cares about at this point
is
being
Uzi,
like Dapper or whatever, and being with Uzi.
Yeah. Like, he doesn't go straight to the prom. He's like, oh yeah, let me go find Uzi.
For real.
I hate this moment so much. Just like, it's cool how they're like making up, but like, it's so stupid. Like, he was guilt tripping her. He was guilt tripping her. He said,
for real.
Like, look.
You probably don't want me.
You probably don't want me to. Yeah, of course she doesn't. Like, look at her. Look at Uzi. She genuinely feels bad now because Em said that. He's guilt tripping her.
Literally.
You see, she's like, no, because he's walking away.
And she's embarrassed.
Look at N!
Because she didn't want to.
Because
she didn't want to admit it. Like, she could have said it, obviously, but she couldn't have if N was just walking away. So obviously she was struggling to admit it and being embarrassed to admit it because she didn't like, think what to say right on the spot.
Uzi is like,
you probably don't want me, and leaving.
Yeah, and Uzi is like talking to N here, and he's just looking at the ground and just like kind of ignoring her. Because he wants to like guilt trip her and stuff.
Literally.
Like, took him long enough to turn around. Don't be all smiling and be like, oh my god, dapper buddies. Like, you see, like, he had a mood change. He went from being all that sad to like being happy. Like, he wanted to do this because he wanted to make Uzi feel bad.
Yeah,
so
and you
be like,
see how angry Uzi is as well, because she obviously wanted to admit it in her own time. But N was just like being like, bye.
Yeah, because N was like pretending to be basically sad at that point. And then like, look at him, he's immediately happy because he knew that Uzi would say yes. Because he would like make her feel bad on purpose.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to say, back when Uzi is at the mirror thing and you can hear Doll and Lizzie talking, Lizzie says, just do your thing and I'll let him be. Obviously, if she says, do your thing, like, she's not
fully aware of what's happening.
Yeah. She's just saying, do your thing. Like, does she even know that Doll was trying to kill V at that point? Just bringing in Lizzie into this because she's kind of important.
Like, I think she kind of knew that something bad was going to happen, but she didn't know Doll was going to take it that far, which is why she, like, instantly regretted it. She's like, run! I swear, Lizzie is the only one who treats me good.
Yeah, that's basically the point that, like, that's why I'm getting Lizzie into this. Because, like, Lizzie is the only fucking person that V, like, has, that she can, like, trust and actually, like, communicate with. That won't, like, just be a bitch to her.
I think, obviously, she was pretending at first, but then I feel
like because she was, like, manipulating. She was manipulating Lizzie and stuff. Yeah, like, right here. Yay! She's like, look at Lizzie! Look at Lizzie! I'm sorry, but look at her.
Yeah, she's so sad.
Like, Lizzie is generally concerned. She's like, worried. Like, she's backing away. Lizzie was backing away. Like, look at her. And did you see her hands? Her hands. Like,
yeah, she was like hesitating to clap, or like she was doing it like really.
Yeah, because like she can see like the X thing. She's looking at it. She's like generally concerned because I don't think she knows exactly what's going on, but I don't like she generally doesn't like it. She doesn't like what's going on.
My PNG thing is not clapping slowly. Look at it go.
Look at her. Like it's the camera keeps showing Lizzie looking concerned. Like it's literally showing her.
Literally. Like look at her.
Yeah, just Lizzie does not stop looking concerned for one bit. Look at these guys. Yeah, you see,
She regrets it.
Lizzie immediately, like, I know the whole thing when she says "Yo, hotter than don't run, idiot" was supposed to be like a joke, but when she says it, she generally sounds like scared. Like, do you hear it?
Like, yeah. Like, you way out of the door, run, idiot.
Hold on, Lizzie, let me.
Lizzie, come back.
Look at her, look at how she looks. She's genuinely like concerned. Yeah, she doesn't like it. Like the way she's just kind of standing and she's like. She's not even focused on the fact that she has an absolute sofa on her. She's more focused on V.
With people are grabbing her neck. First doll and then Uzi.
Wee!
What is it with people grabbing her?
Wee!
That says killing for what?
Look at N! Look at N! He's just looking around. He's not even looking at V.
Real, and then Uzi's just like, what is going on?
I mean, Uzi as she should, because, you know, it's Uzi. She doesn't really care about V that much. But, like, N should care.
Exactly.
Like, and he's just like looking around and he's not focusing on the thing right in front of him.
He's looking at Uzi. He's looking at Uzi. He's like, okay.
Real. Like, it took him long enough to look at V.
But even then, his expression doesn't even change. He's like, okay.
Oh, so one thing I gotta say about this. I can't tell if this is... Yeah, but I can't tell if it's V getting a flashback or like because it's like red and stuff. I can't tell if it's... Do you think that doll is using her absolute silver to cause V to have a flashback? Do you think they can do that?
Oh my god.
Just like a random thing. Do you think they can use their powers to like make people have flashbacks and stuff?
Maybe.
Because she says anyway you get it. Like as if she knew that V had the flashback.
Yeah.
She's like concerned and she's like, I feel like she's regretting her actions at this moment.
Exactly.
She generally is like, no bro, no. If
like grabs a bunch of blades.
Yeah, like she turns the fan into like this sharp thing, and she could just immediately throw that at V and probably just like kill her immediately. And if N was late for like 1 second, then V would have been basically dead because he was like, oh my god, this isn't what I expected at all. Like, bro, like
what did you expect? You're antagonizing V. You thought she was gonna kill everyone.
What do you mean? I guess we should. What do you mean? I guess.
You like, definitely should.
Bro's only saying that because he knows that Uzi doesn't like V and he's like trying to be on Uzi's side for some reason.
Yeah.
It's like he's favoriting. Like, if N was like a couple seconds late, V would have just been dead.
I would have probably maybe cried if I was that attached. Continue.
Yeah, what were you saying?
I was saying that, like, after the whole thing, like, talk rant thing that we did yesterday,
I stayed up till 6 a.m. talking about N and V. Actually,
look at the way N is just staring at Uzi, not
I'm sorry,
not worrying about his girlfriend, okay? Just staring at Uzi.
And they kind of go forward together, like. Bro didn't even say a word to V this whole time. Bro was just there, traumatized, like.
It was just staring at Uzi.
Yeah, they didn't even do anything to V at all. They just kind of like let her stay there, while with like the things like stabbing through her arm and her stomach. Like, damn, bro, you're not gonna help at all. You're just gonna stand there.
Real.
Like she genuinely looks like concerned and pain there. Like I feel look at her. I feel so bad. And also. Doll says I'm not the only one who's lost family to them, and that kind of triggers V and N at the same time. And like N immediately looks like Uzi. N immediately looks at Uzi. I swear to God.
I hope. Never mind. I was gonna say I hope that N and Uzi like. I want them to have another kind of like argument thing because.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just want them to have like
happiness.
I want them to have like a real relationship that isn't one of her vistas, which is just N favoriting Uzi. Like, look, he's looking at Uzi like this, completely ignoring V, who's just there in the back, still probably like immense pain.
Concerned. He was looking concerned for Uzi when Uzi is just like, bite me. Whoever started this wants us to fight.
Yeah, she's just
confession thing.
Yeah, she's just talking.
When it's V getting literally attacked, he's just staring at Uzi like, okay.
Like whatever the hell V is it, like that looks like it's like immense pain. Like, Jesus Christ.
He got stabbed in the stomach, got her arm cut off, and then another part of that mic thing just stabbed into her arm.
And this whole part, N just ignores the fact that V is in the back and just like pushes Uzi away.
Literally, you could have tried to help V or something.
Yeah, and then he just stands there with his thumbs up, and that's it. He just stands there and yoink. But he just stands there with his thumbs up before doing anything else. Like, rather than like, yeah. Because like, rather than doing anything else, he's like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna stand there with my thumbs up looking at Uzi.
You could have moved, you could have helped V, but no, you're just like, yeah, look at the Uzi head, thumbs up. Like, shut up, go stop.
Uzi got hurt anyways, because she's coughing up blood. And she got a knife stab, so... But she like doesn't look hurt by it at all. Like, it probably does hurt a lot, but like, she's just laughing. She laughs it off.
We love her.
Yeah. And then, instead of asking anything to V, like, bro, you okay? All he has to say is this yours, bro? Like, what do you think? Like, like, he even looks mad. Like, he doesn't look concerned at all. Like, bro, he's just like, damn, bro, is this your arm? Like, he doesn't show any look of concern at all.
The only one who looks semi-concerned is kind of Lizzie, but she's obviously being a bit mad at the moment.
Yeah, but, like, look at V. V has the right to look mad like that. Because, like, N just basically left her, just like, oh, wow. Go get murdered. I only care about Uzi.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, so one thing I have to say about that part is obviously, Lizzie says, where does this freaking go? Oh god, I just realized, like, where the oil is. Yeah, so, like, she asks, like, V where it goes. And she wouldn't ask that for no reason. I feel like she's actually, like, trying to help V. And N gets out of there before V because N goes to help Uzi, which is saying something because N just kind of leaves V and Lizzie alone. Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Because, like...
Lizzie either helped her or, like, I guess maybe comfort her for a little bit. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, I guess.
Or
I hope they had a nice moment.
Friends. Okay.
I hope they had, like, a nice moment there.
Like, sorry, my bad. Friends.
Yeah, look at this.
And then that's her, like, anything for my bestie. That's it.
And just pulls up here, and he's like, oh, he just helps Uzi, and that's it.
He doesn't want to help though. He literally says, quit saving me.
Yeah, and then he just like kind of forces her to dance.
Like, stop it.
Bro forces her to dance. Like, yeah, and she's concerned about, you know, N being like cut in half. That's the only thing she's concerned about. She's not concerned about herself.
Do that again.
Don't go Uzi at her. Don't go Uzi. Yeah, and then you throw her. Good. Get hit with a table. Good. Deserved.
Exactly.
And then, like, I love Uzi, but bro has the audacity to say, V, we needed her for answers. Bro, she technically helped you. Like, she killed a doll. Like, hello?
Real, and she wouldn't like refuse to give you anything anyway. So V was just doing the logical thing to do.
Yeah. He just kind of walks there. And
Why are you concerned for doll?
He's concerned for doll. And he doesn't say anything to V, like, damn, girl.
She's concerned to everyone but. He's concerned to...
Yo, this part, I hate it so. Look at V, and look at bro just be like, oh yeah, she did that on purpose. She did that on purpose, guys. No, she didn't. How would you know? How would you know if she did it on purpose? She was trying to help.
Literally.
Look how upset V looks by that.
He looks so offended and so upset at the same time.
She's hiding mystery stuff and being overdramatic about it.
And then her mood changes because he's like, stop bringing up stuff I don't need to bring up. It was N's fault. It was N's fault. Every right to
no, but this is the part I really wanted to say. Like, bro is basically forcing her to say the past stuff because he says V is hiding mystery stuff from us and being overdramatic about it. What do you mean?
Like, huh?
She's not being overdramatic. Like, she has the right to keep the secret, bro. And like,
she doesn't want to talk about her past because obviously how much she has changed.
Yeah, and whatever the hell happened, which we're probably gonna find out in episode 5.
I hope we find out. I hope we find out more about like how they, you know, turn into disassembly drones in episode 5.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, because like N is forcing her to say stuff. I mean, he says that she's being overdramatic about it when you're not saying anything. Like, hello, you have the dreams as well. I don't see you talking shit.
Exactly.
And bro has the audacity to blame it on her. Like, Jesus Christ.
Literally. Bro.
Oh, hold on! I just found something. I found something.
Huh? Whoa.
Where V is standing, look at the top. Do you see the two dead bodies hanging? Do you see the dead body hanging at the top?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's from the teaser. That's from the teaser. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Hold on. Let me show it. Let me show you something.
That was not what we intended to find, but you know.
This. You see? Do you think this is that? Yeah, because it has the basketball hoop. Sorry if that sounded weird. I might have said. Look. Hold on.
Let me see.
Look. Cause look.
Oh my. Oh. Yeah.
Look, it's the same thing. It's in Doll's room.
Oh my god.
It's the same thing. It's in Doll's room. It even has that basketball hoop thing with a fucking head in it. Like,
yeah, and you can tell by like the door thing. Like, it has the same like lights and stuff.
Yeah. So do you think that means we're gonna get more like Doll lore stuff, more stuff about her room? I guess.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, that was not what we intended to do, but you know.
Yeah, but anyways.
V?
You shouldn't be talking!
Anything.
You shouldn't be talking! You suck, bro!
Exactly. And she's just admitting that she's mentally not okay, and you're just like, no one cares.
Oh well. And he looks at Uzi. He just goes like, yeah, oh well, anyways, like, all he does...
About your mental problems, I didn't ask.
Like, the only thing he goes to say to V is like, oh my god, you kind of suck, and then he just goes straight away like, oh yeah, okay, I don't care, and he goes to look at Uzi.
For real.
And thumbs up, what are you doing the thumbs up for? Because V is holding Uzi at gunpoint, like, as she should, because she sees that Uzi has, like, the same, like, symbol thing that Doll had when she was, like, murdering...
Obviously.
Yeah, I know. But, like, she has the same symbol that Doll had when she was murdering V, so as she should hold her at gunpoint, I guess.
Literally.
Like, we're about to get flashbacks. Once again, V actually doing something, like, helping.
Literally. N doesn't do anything either.
Like, he just
stands there. Like, Uzi tries to run and get Doll. N
V
just stands there.
V kind of tries to shoot her by, like, I don't know, stopping her. Look at N! N is just looking at Uzi. I swear to
For
God.
real?
Favoritism. Same Uzi. This is the most controversial one, guys. This is what we gotta say. Okay, so N looks really concerned. Like, why would you do that? Because V killed her. I mean, the guy.
But I just wanted him to listen.
Yeah, first off, it's helping.
Exactly.
Because they weren't counting.
Obviously.
And another thing, they do need to, like, eat people to survive, so you know.
Yeah. And, like, V was trying to help.
Yeah.
Obviously, she doesn't know. She kind of, like, she used murder as a way to help. Because that's what she's used to. That's what she thought helped in episode 3. She was
exactly.
Like, okay, I'll do it again if it helps.
It's their job anyways.
Literally.
Yeah, because, like, N was, like, going, like, oh my god. Yeah, because N was going, like, oh my god, 1, 2, and then, like, the guys just kind of ignored them, so she's like, damn, bro, I'm just gonna shoot this guy. And then they actually started, like, you see, they all counted.
Literally.
Like, all of them painted, except, Lizzie and Thad, because, you know, they're an exception. They're the cool ones. Because they're, like, friends with them anyway, so, you know.
Yeah.
That's everyone.
And bro immediately has a mood change. Like, what do you mean -1? That's so rude. Like, this is the first thing, the first part, like, thing that I gotta say about N just being an asshole. Like, this was so, like, uncalled for. Like, why?
Literally.
Like, I get it, she murdered someone, but, like, you didn't even ask why she did it, or, like, thank at all.
Exactly, it was like -1. Like, you just point it out. Obviously, she knows she did it. She was trying to help. Why are you getting so mad?
For real. Bro just, his mood immediately changes. Yeah, okay, another thing I gotta bring up, which we've already said. Lizzie is, like, the only, she's, like, Lizzie is the only person that, like, V can genuinely, like, I don't know, be in the, like, they're, like, the most, like, I don't know, I forgot the word.
The only person that she's the, I think, like, Lizzie and V, like, with V, she's the only person that she doesn't want to, like, murder, or, like, I guess she's, like, fine with being, like, happy and stuff.
Yeah, because it's saying something. It's saying something if V doesn't murder Lizzie, who's, like, a worker drone. Literally. Because, like, I think V genuinely feels like Lizzie is, like, the only person that she can actually, like, talk to and, like, trust. Because, like, everyone else is just kind of being a bitch to her.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't trust N anymore. Like, I wouldn't either.
For real. But she still does, because she still cares about N.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they're, like, they're the most, like, like non-toxic relationship in the whole show. I swear to God.
Literally, the healthiest duo I've ever
And
seen.
maybe Thad, like maybe Thad and Uzi as well.
Thing. Literally, the episode 3 thing as well.
Yeah.
Like, Lizzie regretted it. She genuinely regretted it.
Yeah, she instantly said like, damn, bro. Yeah. Like, the only actual, like, non-toxic relationships in this are, like, V and Lizzie and, like, Thad and Uzi. And before, like, everyone is like, oh my god, guys, but what about N and Uzi? Like, that's just N doing favoritism.
Exactly.
And, like...
I'm Thad and Lizzie. Thad and Lizzie are cool. They're good.
Oh, yeah, that's what I forgot. But, like, N literally favorites Uzi, and, like, he forces her and, like, guilt trips her and stuff. Like, yeah, the whole therapy session was cool, but it was still kind of stupid in a weird way. Like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, just avoid a whole nother spiral. Like, what do you mean?
What do you mean? Why are you trying to avoid that as if she can control it?
Yeah. And, like, Uzi keeps telling him to, like, stop helping her and stuff, and she generally, like, a lot of the times I feel like she feels uncomfortable around N.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Obviously, she trusts him, but, like, she doesn't want him intervening with every single second of her life. Like, she wants to be independent and do stuff on her own sometimes.
Okay, this part. V had the right, like, look at how N looks at V, bro. He's just like, damn, bro, what are you doing? She's like...
being hoaxed and called defective.
Yeah, she has the right to get mad. But, like, that sounds like, if I were a robot, that sounds like an actual insult. Like, you know. I feel like that's kind of like calling someone disabled.
And the thing is bad enough on its own, but defective and then poking her.
For real. Like, and she doesn't even hurt the guy. She just kind of puts his hand down and makes a joke. Because she looks at Uzi. She looks at Uzi out of all people. She looks at Uzi out of all people.
Exactly. Like, obviously, because and just kind of like, why would you do that? And he's just kind of like, okay then.
Yeah, this thing as well. You know, in episode 2, and was like kind of flirting with V. It was like, oh my god, I was a pilot, spaceship pilot, origin story. Like, it shows, but she like listened and she remembered it because she genuinely cares.
Literally.
No, because in this part, N immediately just like kind of ignores whatever the hell V said, whatever the hell happened. He just immediately, he immediately looks at Uzi. He's like, damn, bro.
She wants to leave.
She didn't have to ask N. Like, she didn't have to use her magic sign language to ask N if she can leave. She has the right to just go.
Exactly, but she has to get N push for everything.
Yeah, because N made her think...
Like, why do you leave? Why you leave me?
Yeah, N made her feel like she has to tell him everything, and like, she has to go like, damn, bro, I'm gonna go there.
Okay.
Like, she didn't have to.
Yeah, literally. He just kind of like, okay then. And like, you could see, he looks sad. Like, he looks like... He looks like that's again with like the guilt tripping kind of thing. He looks sad as soon as Uzi mentions it.
Like, I'm sorry, I love their relationship.
For real, she doesn't want the way that V just doesn't want anyone else to.
Yeah,
like,
she refuses.
He calls them like minions, but with Lizzie, it's like, nah, sit up here with me. You're cool. I love you.
Yeah, but like V refuses to basically sit or interact with anyone other than like Lizzie, and then like N and Uzi. Because like obviously Uzi because she's like important. Oh yeah, Jay's dead. Uzi because she's like important and stuff, and because like I feel like she still cares about him, but like, you know, the relationship isn't that good. It's more toxic-ish now. Because like they really need to like sort things out. Because I swear to God, it's mostly N. Because V isn't really doing much wrong.
For real, I think like at first when she was like really like cold and like emotions and stuff. That's fine. That was just how she was. That was just, and then like she gradually grew to care.
Yeah, because she got her character development, and I was just like, ugh.
Like she grew to care about N and grew to care about his feelings, but then it was just complete opposite, and was just like, okay, I don't care. Do whatever you want. I don't care. I hope you just die or something. I don't really care because all I care about is Uzi. Like that's literally just their entire thing.
Yeah, like N just has to stop favoriting Uzi. Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
Like Uzi isn't the only person alive. Yeah. But I love this part because this is like one of the only times we ever see V like actually have fun. And that's saying something. Yeah, and right here, N basically cares about some random worker he has never like talked to before more than V at this point. Like, excuse me.
No, you're not.
Bro, if she fell on that ice, nothing would have happened if she fell on that ice, but bro doesn't care when V's being like stabbed and killed.
Literally, nothing would have happened if he fell on that ice, and that just proves it from like
close one.
She for like spell, like, and like bounces and like she put on spell.
One thing, she's like focusing on doll at this point. I don't know, just kind of random to bring it up, but I feel like I would be traumatized if I got murdered by doll. So, you know, this whole thing, she says, better to say this or no, don't you think?
Yeah, like...
She's telling Uzi, she's like, stay away from N. Because...
threatening her, but also warning her at the same time.
Yeah, because she generally, I feel like she knows that N is doing favoritism towards Uzi, which is why she's telling Uzi to, like, stay away from N.
Yeah.
And, like, this whole part where, V said she, you know, she's gonna kill Uzi. Back here, she just wanted to kill Uzi just because, you know, she wanted, you know, to get her relationship back with N, then stop N from favoriting Uzi. Which was already a good enough reason, because N, you know, is just kind of being a bitch. But, like, later, obviously, the reason, like, it made way more sense, because, like, she waited until she got scared of Uzi to actually murder her, because then she had, like, an actual, like, proper, better reason to murder her. Or, like, try to kill her.
Exactly. And the way he remembers, she remembers that too.
Yeah, and she's saying that...
She remembers his interest in the things that he's had and, like, the things she's seen him do.
Yeah, and
she remembers things that she remembers things that, like, he's said, things he's done, for example, like, with the... This one's a pilot reference to the episode 2 stuff, and then also the Friends of the Rocks thing. Like, that's just proof that she cares about what his interests are and, like, what he does and, like, what he says and stuff like that.
Yeah, even after she said that she hates his personality and stuff, she still cares. And she said that he'll move on. She's not talking about herself or Uzi or anyone else. She's talking about N because she cares about him and how he will move on after she kills Uzi.
Literally.
Yeah, okay, this. I'm sorry, but I just love the way V and Lizzie are just kind of sitting there because V genuinely refuses to, like, sit with anyone else, even N, which she's probably known for, like, way longer, maybe, like, even years, considering the whole backstory stuff and how she remembers it, like, when they were workers. She refuses to be next to N, and she instead sits next to Lizzie up there, away from everyone else. That's saying something.
Literally.
This part, first off, Uzi says, don't tell V I'm here, and bro goes,
and he's like,
he says, inclusive reflexes. You don't have those stupid inclusive reflexes, you're just favoriting Uzi once again, because if you did have inclusive reflexes, why don't you include V?
Literally, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because he's only including Uzi.
Literally, if you have inclusive reflexes, then why do you ignore V? Why don't you include her? Why do you ignore her pain, both mentally and physically?
For real!
Why do you cause her pain? Like,
yeah, he only focuses on Uzi, and that annoys me so much.
To Uzi because you're the only one. Because bro's like bro's world revolves around Uzi. I swear.
No, and this is another reason why NX Uzi would be kind of toxic because like N is just really favoriting Uzi. N is just favoriting Uzi, so like out of all people, I feel like it would be N just like liking Uzi if it was like an actual relationship, and Uzi probably wouldn't be that comfortable with it. Yeah, and you know this is kind of like I know like obviously we hate Uzi shippers, but I'm kind of agreeing with a bit of them. Like obviously not the whole shipping NX Uzi, but I've heard some Uzi shippers say that like N is losing feelings for V and stuff, and how NXV would be a toxic relationship because at this point, yeah. Because he generally, like, is not caring about V.
If NXV doesn't end up happening because of, like, how toxic it is now, then that would upset me, but obviously I understand why.
Yeah, obviously I wouldn't even be that mad.
To God that NX Uzi never becomes canon.
Yeah. I wouldn't even be that mad because, like, N is just basically favoriting Uzi at this point. So, you know, the relationship wouldn't even make sense. Right here, N obviously goes like, oh my god, hi Uzi, like obviously making everyone go like, damn bro, is that Uzi? And like the whole inclusive reflexes. Uzi literally says, hey everyone, and she's really uncomfortable. Like she generally didn't like that.
Yeah, like her facial expression, you can tell by the subtitles, her like laughing nervously, obviously.
Yeah.
Like you can tell that she was clearly uncomfortable, she didn't want to be...
Because bro said, she literally said, don't tell V I'm here, and bro was like, oh yeah guys, look, it's Uzi. Like, why?
This is all new.
And then V is genuinely scared.
Yeah, you can tell by her face.
Yeah, because I feel like, obviously, you know, that whole mystery stuff that she's hiding that N said. Like, I feel like she knows all of this, which is why she had a better reason to kill Uzi after this. Just not the whole, like, you know.
But I think, like, and obviously, like, Sin has definitely gone through the same thing, because when, like, Uzi was, like, the zombie drone or whatever it is, They're just like new body, same horrors, huh, Sin?
Yeah.
Like, she's experienced this before, so she's
she's seen all of this. She's seen whatever the hell horrors like Sin has done. So V knows what it is, so she has a right to be scared.
Exactly.
And like look at her. Like out of all people, V is basically the most scared here. And she just basically she's using self-defense at this point. Exactly. Even if it is, you know, killing a child. Okay, this whole part, this is like probably one of the most important things, obviously.
Exactly.
Okay, so V is genuinely scared and she wants to kill N. And all that N does is starts fucking screaming at her. She says we do our jobs and she refers to Uzi as a thing, and obviously she's done that multiple times, but at this point she isn't even saying it as a joke or to be mean, because she generally like whatever the hell Uzi is doing, it doesn't make her seem like a person, it makes her seem like a thing that she should be afraid of.
Don't know what you're talking about because you won't tell me.
Yeah, because she doesn't have to. She doesn't have to tell you. Like Jesus Christ, and keeps bringing it up and forcing her to do it. Like what happened to we'll figure it out together? At this point, you just poof. Like you're forcing her to say it.
Not gonna do anything. That's just gonna make her even more secluded and more like wanting to be silent about it.
You're like pushing her away with the blade. Like you could have done it any other way, but instead you decide to use violence against her.
Exactly, like,
she's genuinely like shocked at the point that N is deciding to do that, because I don't think she like, you know, ever seen N use violence against like anyone like that, other than like, you know, worker drones, because murder, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and he asks her what she's afraid of, and she obviously like
she doesn't want to say.
Yeah, she says that she's not afraid because she generally doesn't trust N. She doesn't trust N to like, you know, admit to her to him his like her actual feelings.
Literally, and she hesitates to say it too.
Yeah, like she takes like I think a whole second until like she replies that she's not afraid, and N is basically he knows that she's afraid, but instead he's like, oh damn bro, she's afraid. You know, I'm just gonna scream at her then.
Literally, that's not gonna help.
Yeah, dumbass. Yeah, look at her. She took her time to say that. Yeah, why you just like slap it like that? Why?
The way that he mentioned Uzi as well.
Yeah, he brings like why are you bringing up Uzi in this?
Literally, he doesn't need to be involved.
Yeah, like he brings up Uzi every chance he gets. Like Jesus Christ, she doesn't need to see that.
Also, at the start of the argument, Uzi was the first thing that he mentioned. Just we can't hurt Uzi.
Yeah, exactly. It's not about Uzi. It's about her at the same time. Like it's about V. Yeah, what happened to like us, V? Bro is only like talking about Uzi at right, like
exactly. Don't think you're gonna keep talking about.
Bro's referring to all three of them. He said like us.
And the way that like he like uses the words like for Uzi, like he doesn't even let Uzi say anything. He's like, Uzi is scared. I'm scared. So Uzi is now.
Yeah.
Like.
I hate this part. I'm sorry. I hate this part so much. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I hate this part. I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah. We can skip it if you want to.
No. Continue.
I mean, to be fair, it is almost over. But you know, yeah.
Yeah. No, you continue talking.
No, I don't think I was just gonna like continue talking about how like Uzi has her own emotions and like her own feelings and like
N doesn't have to talk for her.
Like that. Literally, he doesn't get to pick every single move that she does and everything that she does.
Yeah, N is basically controlling Uzi. He's like controlling her. Yeah, no, but out of like every single thing ever, like I hate this part so much. Like, but what the fuck do you mean? What do you mean? What is wrong with her? What is wrong with you?
It's not even because they're arguing. It's just I generally hated N in this scene.
Yeah, and just him asking her.
He started the argument. He started the argument at the first place. V was scared. She was annoyed. She was scared. She was feeling all of these different things that she hasn't felt. She maybe hasn't felt that much before. Like, just let her have her emotions.
It's like this part, I just hate it so much, like with my entire being. Just like,
exactly.
What do you mean? Why are you asking her what's wrong with her? Like, bro, she should be asking that to you.
Literally.
There's nothing wrong with her.
The fandom during this scene, everyone, and I mean everyone, was entering the scene, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, N is so hot when he's angry." Like, are you not focusing?
What do you mean? He's not hot when he's angry.
Literally, are you not focusing on the bigger picture here? That bro pushes her
He's genuinely screaming at V, who is already probably terrified because of whatever the hell is happening to Uzi.
Literally. Pushes her away with physical violence by using a blade.
Yeah.
Literally just buries her feelings away or whatever, doesn't care about them. Then brings Uzi into it again for no reason, which is really unnecessary, and then proceeds to say, "What is wrong with you?" And
he doesn't even let V speak. The only thing she says is like that thing at the beginning where we do our job, so that thing leaves us alone, and that she's not afraid. Other than that, he just doesn't even let her speak.
Yeah, he just cuts her off every single time.
Yeah, and like this line just like hurts so much. Like, what do you mean? What's wrong with her? There's nothing wrong with her. She's just genuinely scared of whatever the hell is happening to Uzi.
Literally. She's having her emotions. She's upset. Realize that. If everyone else can realize it, then why can't you?
Yeah, like Jesus Christ. I feel like even Uzi.
So much longer.
I feel like if Uzi was here, even she would understand.
Literally.
Like obviously, if she wasn't going through the absolute silver stuff, but you know, like Jesus Christ, this line hurts so much. I hate it so much. He says it so aggressively as well. Like, why are you shouting at her? Like, for what reason?
Exactly.
Like, what'd she do? Like, look at her, she genuinely looks hurt by that, like...
Literally, she is upset, she's hurt by it, and just doesn't care.
And he just says, look after the campers! What do you mean, look after the campers? They're like a group of like random children that she doesn't even know that she's programmed to kill, and you're telling her to look after them after the whole argument and screaming at her, asking her what's wrong with her. And you expect her to look after some children.
Literally. And the fact that earlier she was called defective, and now you're saying, what is wrong with you?
Literally.
How is that gonna help?
And bro just leaves. And like this part,
Lizzie tries to help. She generally tries to help, but adds some kind of humor into it, and then realizes that V doesn't like that, and it's not helping. So then she realizes, and she gets upset. She's like, "You're too good for him," as in like a reassuring and a comforting way.
Yeah, because I was about to say like this part is more important than like people think it is, because when people think that it's more of like a joke, because you know when I was watching it for the first time, like, oh my god, it's funny because she said hot, not hot, because she finds like V hot or something. But like she says like hot to make a joke, and V looks at her generally like, you know, angry and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, she just like experienced whatever the hell that argument was, whatever the fuck Anne was doing. And like, you know, Lizzie looks at her and she generally like, you know, takes it back immediately. Like she generally like, you know, like obviously she doesn't say sorry because like, you know, her personality is built different. She's not the person that would say that, but she
you can see the regret and like the sorrow on her face there.
Yeah, just her saying well, like not hot then and just going you're too good for him is enough like.
Yeah, it's sort of like reassuring him, like with the reassuring her that like you're too good for him kind of thing.
Yeah, because that's generally true. She is too good for him because Ed is just being a dickhead at this point.
Literally, all he cares about is Uzi.
And obviously I kind of feel bad at Lizzie at this point because, you know, she was trying to help V, but obviously she struggled a bit.
Yeah, because I guess she's probably not used to like comforting people.
Yeah, because out of all people, I think she like used to bully Uzi and stuff, because you know.
So she's used to having that kind of like popular.
Yeah. Oh my god, no. When V says this, when she said do whatever you want, she genuinely sounds like so mad and hurt at the same time.
Exactly. She sounds
she doesn't even say it like really mad. She doesn't say it like loudly. She says it like generally, like really quietly.
Yeah.
And then she just kind of leaves. Like she doesn't even like follow N. Like look, the way she's walking. Like, can we talk about the way she just kind of walks away like that?
She's mad.
Yeah, it's kind of sad the way she just walks away slowly. Like she doesn't even like take out her wings and fly away. She's just like bye.
Yeah.
Like she walks away so fucking sad. Like and this part I hate it so much because obviously N had that whole like argument with V, and he just doesn't even say sorry or anything. He just leaves V,
literally,
and he doesn't even look for Uzi.
Like he tries to track her down by using the whole like footsteps thing.
Yeah, but he takes his time. Like he goes into some fucking, I don't know, whatever the hell this cabin is. Like, he's obviously thinking of Uzi, but he goes in here instead. Because he's like taking his time. He's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna slowly look in here instead. Like, bro didn't even try to look for Uzi. Like, he gave up and he's like, yeah, I'll look for her later. Like look, he's taking his time. Bro gets scared over just remembering that, but he doesn't see how scared V was. Or like the whole Uzi thing.
And he takes the tape as well.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Perfect time to pause on.
I'm sorry, why is Uzi? Okay, I'm sorry. I just gotta say, so V walked away somewhere, and we don't know exactly what she wanted, whether she wanted to find Uzi or whether she just, I don't know, just like kind of needed a time like out to go somewhere alone. Whatever the hell V was doing, she stopped to just like save Lizzie here. And that's saying something, because she generally doesn't care about anyone else other than Lizzie. Like, obviously, like, N and stuff. But, like, you know, I'm talking about worker Jones.
Definitely cares about Lizzie, like...
Yeah. And, bro...
I don't know, if she's stopping what she was doing just to help her.
Yeah. And, you know, back when, the argument scene, we talked about how V, you know, doesn't trust N enough to, like, tell him, like, admit that she's afraid. She says, you know, I'm not afraid.
Yeah.
Obviously, in this part, V does say killing her, not saving you, which I feel like that's obviously lying because, of course, she does want to kill Uzi, but, like, I think the not saving you part was also a lie. But I think that's like only because their friendship, you know, is quite, like, recent and stuff. So I feel like she's still kind of getting used to it, but, like, at the end, she did smile when Lizzie was just, like, I don't know, joking around with her. Like, I don't know, I just love that part, the fact that V just smiles.
We live, laugh, love Lizzie and V's friendship.
Yeah, okay. New body, same horror as her Sin. Obviously, she remembers Sin, and she even remembers her name, so that's saying something. Like, she generally, like, remembers a lot. Mm-hmm. And also, same horrors, that's saying she's, like, we've already said this, but she's experienced all of this before, so she has the right to be scared.
Yeah, she has the right to be annoyed about it and be upset about it.
Yeah. I forgot to tell you about this. Once again, I feel like N basically made her feel like, you know, she has to do everything, like, Uzi has to do everything with N. Like, right here, she just asked, can I talk to N?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, like, V being like, no. Because, you know, she doesn't like how N is favoriting Uzi.
Yeah.
And this part, she generally,
scared.
She was scared for, like, a long time instead of fighting back immediately. Like, the way she reacted, it feels like she's seen something like this before. I feel like she knows what's gonna happen. Like, this just looks like it hurts. She's like, oh god. Like, bro, this whole part, like, she genuinely looks scared for this whole fight, because, like, when she was, like, stabbed by Doll or whatever, like, obviously she looked, like, scared and stuff, but, like, then when she was, like, defending herself, like, you know, she took out her gun or whatever and started, like, shooting Doll, she, you know, she looked, like, more mad or concentrated. But for this whole fight, she just looks kind of scared. And
she got her other arm ripped off.
Yeah, like, Jesus Christ. This is the only part she doesn't look scared is this part where, you know, she tries to shoot her, but then, like, she kind of, struggles a bit.
She misses the tad.
By Uzi, I guess. Yeah, but then for the rest of this thing, she just looks, like, genuinely scared. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay, now this part, I feel like N handles this, like, really well, because he doesn't get mad at Uzi at all, and I think she's just like, yeah, okay, like, easy there, buddy, and then she just kind of throws her up. But, like, this literally shows the favoritism, because Uzi was, like, basically, Uzi was trying to kill V, and he just goes like, oh my god, easy there, buddy, and he's not mad at all, and he has that whole therapy session in the air. Well, what about V then? Like, when V was, like, I don't know, doing whatever she was in the argument, he just started screaming at her.
Exactly.
Like, he generally treats, like, favoritism towards Uzi, and he treats Uzi like a child, while V's just like, oh, it's V, guys,
Literally.
Like, he doesn't get mad at all when she, like, Uzi stabs him and stuff. Like, look at this favoritism, I swear to God. And this part, I hate it so much. Because, like, V literally just got stabbed and stuff, and, like, almost killed. And bro has the audacity to say, what did I say about antagonizing her? Like, what do you mean? That's, like, the meanest fucking shit you can say.
Exactly.
Like, why would you say that?
Literally.
It's so rude. She's just there, probably in, like, I don't know, physical pain because she's almost, like, been killed by Uzi. She's almost been killed for, like, the second time. And instead of bro asking if she's, like, okay or anything, he just says, what did I say about antagonizing her? Reminding her of the argument. Reminding her of the argument they had, and then he just leaves. He doesn't say anything else for the rest of the episode. The last thing he says to V is, what did I say about antagonizing her? That's so fucking rude. Like,
literally.
Jesus Christ, he's so mean. God.
He irritates me so much.
Literally. Like, this part, like, I get it. People think, like, oh my god, it's funny. And, like, you know, he's in the right, guys, because he told her not to antagonize her. Like, but it's not. It's so rude. Like, it's so rude.
Literally, she wasn't even antagonizing her. She was just...
He technically accused V of trying to kill Uzi here, because, like, he doesn't know, because he only came later when V was being killed by Uzi. What if, like, he didn't even see what was happening? Uzi was basically about to kill V. It was more like Uzi antagonizing V at that point, and bro just
literally.
and then just like V says, she says that like he always takes Uzi's side, because he literally does. Like, he didn't even he doesn't even know what happened. He just just immediately takes Uzi's side.
Exactly.
Pisses me off.
Again. I said the same thing twice. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, and V just generally sounds hurt by that. Like, why would you say that?
You always take her side. She's expressing her feelings, but you're just ignoring her again.
Yeah, and then she just sits there.
Yeah,
she's just so sad.
Waiting for someone or waiting to leave.
Yeah. I think she just kind of, like, fixes herself because, you know...
Yeah, and then I think she's kind of, like, maybe, like, looks for
this part. To get back. So, obviously, we go down here. Just, like, she's just kind of there. She just watches them have this whole moment. Like, she doesn't interrupt or anything, like, but she just watches there, like, mad.
Literally, she just watches, like, so upset and, like, jealous and stuff.
And, like, that's even saying something, but she doesn't even interrupt them. She just doesn't try to do anything, like, attack them. She just kind of watches them have this whole moment. Exactly. And then she puts her, like, weapon away, and that's saying something. Like, bro. Him and Lizzie's like, yeah. I generally love this part. I love this part because, like, it means generally happy because of Lizzie. Like, that's showing something. I fucking love their friendship.
Literally.
Sorry.
Literally, I mean, it's like they're the healthiest duo in the show at this point.
Literally, they're so cool together. And obviously, Lizzie and Thad, or like Thad and Uzi. But those like the only healthy like dudes in this whole thing, like relationships. No, but like V looks so sad at this part. Like, she's just generally like, I feel like she's questioning herself at this point, because I feel like all this stuff where like, you know, and is asking what's like wrong with her and stuff. I feel like like V is blaming herself at this point.
Oh no, that's so sad.
Yeah. Cause like, you know, and literally just screaming at her, what is wrong with you? That's one thing already. Like, you know. And I feel like he's generally making V believe that there's something wrong with herself, so she's blaming herself. Yeah, but she looks at like, bro, like imagine, just like, she looks at N and she just, I'm sorry.
Like,
she just sighs. She just sighs. It's so depressing. I'm sorry.
For real.
And she covers up for Uzi. After everything that's happened, after Uzi tried to murder her and all that stuff, she just like has the heart to cover up for Uzi.
For N's happiness, she's still doing it because she cares. And she knows that like N makes him happy, but N makes
Uzi makes N happy.
Him happy. Yeah, I saw it a bit.
She has the heart to fucking cover up for Uzi. Like, oh my god, I can't with her.
And that's saying something because they literally hate each other.
Yeah. She's like, I'm sorry, but like, she immediately goes from mad to like sad. Like, look at her. I'm sorry, but she just.
I know, I feel so bad.
If that's the last thing we see of her, and then it's just like, oh my god, guys, look, it's N and Uzi. Like, you know what I hope? I hope that in like this part where like, you know, Uzi's sleeping on something, blah blah blah, and like the hand. I hope that like that part he's realizing the shit he's done, because she's generally a shitty person in this whole episode. I hope that he's realizing how he's favoriting Uzi, and I hope that's why he like pushes his hand away at the same time.
Yeah.
Because we really need Ed to realize how much of a bad person he is, because like what he did in this episode was generally so shitty.
Yeah, and everyone's excused it because he was like a small bean.
Yeah, because Ed's like everyone's favorite character and stuff, but like I
hate him.
I don't hate him. I like him. Like, he's cool, but like what he did in this episode like generally hurt me, and it probably like. Because, like, all we see in this episode is, like, you know, Uzi, you know, we can see her, like, physically and probably mentally as well, going through whatever the hell that absolute silver stuff was. So, you know, she looks, like, in a lot of pain with that whole throwing up thing, blah, 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 crying. But, like, what we don't see is that V probably is going through the same exact pain, but it's mentally and, you know, physically as well, because that whole part where, you know, Uzi tried to kill her. Like, and no one even pays attention to that, because everyone's going like, oh my god, guys, it's Ed, he's so cool and scrankly, and then there's Uzi as well. Like, no one notices.
Like, what was V doing? V could have been, like, crying in the forest, like, and people would
For
be like,
real!
oh. Like, she could have been alone, like, crying in the forest or something like that.
No, I'm sorry.
And then, like, people just wouldn't care. Like, it could be a scene of, like, V being upset or, like, crying or something. People being like, her fault.
Yeah, like, generally people don't see the shit that V is going through, and it makes me so mad because everyone's favoriting N when he's generally being so, like, mean to V for no reason and favoriting Uzi, while V's just, like, basically suffering inside.
Literally. She's just suffering inside because she doesn't want to be a burden anymore than she already thinks
Yeah, and she's like,
is.
no, like, those type of people who, like, you know, expresses emotions, like, you can see it.
She definitely struggles to, like, express her emotions, but when she is trying, she just gets ignored.
Yeah, because N just, like, pushes her away, and you're like, damn, bro. Like, well, they're like, Uzi, you okay? No, but, like, what about V? Like, generally, it's like, I'm sorry.
Literally.
And, like, people like this, obviously, this is one thing. This is one thing, but I don't think people realize the whole thing that was happening through the episode. They only realized the thing at the end.
Literally. I feel so bad for V.
For real, like, she doesn't deserve this. Like, what did she do? Especially when you think about, like, how she was in the past. Like, she was generally so fucking nice. Like, what the hell happened to her? Like, Jesus Christ.
So much change, and the fact that she couldn't even control it too. Like, it was out of her control.
Yeah. One thing that I gotta say, this makes so much more sense now after our rant about N and V. Because look, you see how N is there, and then, like, I think that's V, and then, like, the picture is split, like, ripped apart between them. Like, that's saying something. I think that is actually symbolizing, like, I think
the break in, I think it's like, was it like the break in the relationship?
Yeah. Like, this was, like, foreshadowing that, like, you know, in the future they were disassembly drones. That happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they were actually trying to show us how, like, you know, because they're having all these arguments and shit, like, they're generally like, I don't like it. In conclusion, N is kind of a shitty person in episode 4. He favorites Uzi, and V deserves better.
A little bit in episode 3.
Yeah.
As well, but, you know, yeah. Anyway, overall thing, N kind of sucks sometimes.
Yeah, I think he's overrated. Yeah, V is underrated. Like, a lot.
I know. Okay.
And V is cool, yeah. Okay, bye.
Bye.